Today we are going to be making a pasta with a basil cream sauce, but we don't actually need any cream. Instead, we are going to be using cashews. The only ingredients you'll need are cashews, basil, and pasta. So a lot of basil cream sauces for pasta, they will use heavy cream and you will cook the sauce on the stove. We're doing neither of those things today. Instead of heavy cream, which for a sauce can feel a little heavy in the summertime, we are using cashews, which is like my very favorite ingredient for a non-dairy milk because the cashews are so soft, like you can just kind of like easily break it up. You don't actually need to soak it for that long. I'm just gonna cover it with water and it can go for as little as 30 minutes or up to like 24 hours, depending on your schedule, whatever's easiest for you. If you are going for more than 2 hours, just cover this and stick that in the fridge. So if you're getting basil by the bunch like this, you're gonna wanna start with like 3 1/4 ounces. We're just gonna be using the leaves, which will shake out to like 2 ounces of leaves or like 2 3/4 cup packed. So I'm just pulling out everything, just plucking. And while you're picking the basil, keep an eye out for these cute tiny leaves. You see this little guy? That is gonna make a perfect garnish for the pasta. But if you don't happen to see any, or you don't want to sprinkle the tiny leaves on top, it's totally optional. So boiling water, seasoned it very generously with kosher salt. Now we are going to blanch our basil leaves for 15 seconds. So this is just going to set their bright green color so that our sauce is super vibrant and beautiful. And the good news is that we would need this boiling water anyway for the pasta. Okay, so I'm just using a spider and dumping into a bowl. It smells so good. Pure summer. So this pasta shape is gonna cook for about 9 minutes. And in that time, we can make our sauce. So I've drained our soaked cashews. Now I am going to add 1/2 cup of cold water and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we are gonna blend it until it is as silky smooth as we can get it. Gonna check in. Oh, this is perfect. It almost looks like creme fraiche or sour cream. I mean, like how good does that look? So good. There are no like visibly grainy bits at this point. So that means that we are ready to add our blanched basil and the remaining 1/4 cup of water. And now we're gonna keep blending it on high until the basil is totally incorporated. You might want to scrape it down every so often just to make sure that everyone is getting their fair shot at the blades. I mean, like, are you kidding me? With this color? Are you kidding? What does that look like? Amazing. It looks amazing, right? So at this point, we can taste it for seasoning. Now, if you think it looks a little bit thick, resist the urge to add water at this point, because when we toss it with the pasta, you can add a little bit water then if you want it to be a bit thinner. I think it needs more salt. It does, doesn't it? It does. Okay. We're just gonna add a little bit and I'll just stir it in by hand. Okay. So So our pasta is all cooked. I'm just gonna use the spider to transfer it to the sauce. Our pasta with basil cashew cream is all ready to eat. It is so creamy, even though we didn't use any dairy cream to get there. And it's so bright and green and happy. It is exactly what I want to be eating in the middle of summer. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and come back next week for even more Big Little recipes.